Welcome to the Host Planet Playbook, your go-to guide for mastering short-term rentals. In this special series, we're sitting down with 30 of the world's top property managers to uncover what really drives success in the vacation rental industry. You'll hear their stories, learn the key lessons they've picked up along the way, and discover the game-changing tech they use to deliver 5-star guest experiences. If you're serious about growing your STR business, you're in the right place. We've also developed an ebook featuring the stories of every manager in this series, and you can download it for free. Head to hostplanet.club to find out more. In today's episode, we're chatting to Karen Zimmerman from Switzerland. Stand by for a chat about Swiss Australian hospitality, digital guidebooks, and the first year of running a successful rental. This special series is brought to you by Host Planet and Hospitable, the smart AI-powered property management software trusted by hosts worldwide. With Hospitable, you can automate guest messaging, sync calendars across platforms, and manage your rentals with ease, all from one powerful, easy-to-use platform. If you're keen to run your short-term rental on autopilot, try Hospitable today. Visit hospitable.com/hostplanet to see how the platform can save you time, reduce stress, and maximize your earnings. Karen, thank you for being part of the Host Planet Playbook. Let's start with you. What's the name of your company? Where are you located? And how many rentals do you manage?
Hi, James. Thanks so much for having me. I am located in central Switzerland in a small village called Fitznau, and we run short-term rental, and we've named it Chalet Oz. It's a little bit of a sort of a back to my roots from Australia, with sort of deco in Australian style, but keeping the Swiss chalet style as well, so a bit of a mix.
Superb. So how did you get started in the world of short-term rentals?
Well, it was actually my husband's brilliant idea to to build. He's always had a dream to build a garage in the house, and we had quite a bit of land at the back of our house that we really did nothing with. So we converted it basically into this, a short-term rental, and had the house custom made. So we built it ourselves. It was it's called a block house in German, so piece by piece. That's how, and we've only been open almost a year, so our first anniversary would be 1st of August. So it's been a busy year.
So talk to us about what you did in terms of research and setting up the property, and how much have you learned over this first year?
Oh, it's been a big learning curve, but I've loved it, actually. I've been running a wellness business from home, so I sort of had that customer service. I had that sort of bit of a background. So this kind of is on another level. It's just very different, and just how different people are, and how different habits and how they communicate as well. So it's been really interesting from that side to deal with people and their differences.
So compared to what you know now about hosting, what advice, if you could go back, would you give yourself at the start of your journey?
I would say just believe in what you've done and believe in what you've produced, because it's quite nerve-wracking. You never know, because we're in a small village, and there are a few short-term rentals in Airbnbs, but it was, you just have to have belief, and we knew we had a sort of quite unique product, or base in terms of what everyone else offers around here. So just believe in what you're doing, and I always look at it as, if I like something, then I'm pretty sure someone else is going to as well. So just have faith in that.
So tell us about your property then. Why does it stand out in the local area?
Fitznau, the village is like a super touristy village anyway. And we have connections up to Mount Rigi with the train station. So where we're located, we're on street level, and a lot of other short-term rentals here in Fitznau kind of more up the mountain. So we're really easy to access. We're like 2 minutes to the train station. You've got a minute's walk. You can go and jump in the lake. And just our style is very different to everyone else that we offer. Like this block house that we have is very different. And I think it's quite appealing. It gives you that Swiss feeling without being too, there's no sort of that Scandi feeling, or it's, we've made it feel comfortable for people.
So tell us about the type of guests that you're attracting, and what have you done with the rental to make it appealing to them?
Well, we're getting guests from all over the world, which is amazing. I love it. I would say probably our most are American who come, and then sort of Asia region, and then Swiss locals as well, which is they're sort of and a lot of people from Germany too. And I've just tried to make the chalet with lots of different just small things like a welcome basket, and people love the fact that there's Swiss products in there, and it's free, and a lot of attention to detail like coffee pods and your toiletries, shampoos, conditioners. And I think the little touches are what helps, because it is a big investment when you decide, I want to come and stay. Or a lot of people are traveling to Europe and they use this as their they'll stay here for 2 nights or 3, and then they move on to the next country. So you kind of have to make them walk in and go, I feel at home. I know that everything I need is here. And little extras like a picnic backpack and cooler bag, and just small things I think go a long way.
Just tell us about the local area, describe it, and talk to us about the challenges and opportunities of hosting where you are.
The challenges are probably the fact that it's quite small, and, there are some regulations in regards to, what can get rented out and how long. I think that's sort of standard. But the opportunities are huge, because we have a really great tourism, sort of a local village tourism sort of committee, and then the region, that is another big tourist office. And there's lots of events going on, and there's always something like the Riggy Barn station celebrated like 150 years, and it's a huge, huge event. And it's awesome for tourists if they happen to be here at the same time. So in the summer particularly, there's a lot of stuff going on, but also in the winter, we have the skiing aspect and the snow. Yeah. Not so much skiing as there used to be, but it's more the snow and families coming from like Zurich or somewhere. We had quite a few in January and February. So I think it's there's a lot of opportunities, and I'm always looking for something like to let our guests know, hey, this is happening when you're here, or so that they're not just here in Fitznau for a little bit, or maybe they go to the next village or for that, event or party, whatever's happening. So it's just always something going on, which is great, that I can let the guests know that that's happening while they're here.
And you said that the rental had been inspired by Australia, which clearly is home for you as well. So,
yes.
So tell us how you ended up in Switzerland and from Australia.
Yeah, I met my husband in Perth. A lot of Swiss people, there's a whole generation of his age who never learnt English because it wasn't in schools at the time. So a lot of people, and still do, go travelling to Australia because it's the place you want to go. And you end up being in a class full of all Swiss people, but hey, you still learn. And that's how I met him. So, and that was, I've been here 22 years now. So, long time.
So tell us then your top tips for delivering an outstanding guest experience.
I would say definitely the little touches, and also listen to what your guests say. There's always something that maybe you've forgotten, or like I had some friends stay a couple of months ago and they were like, oh, you need more mirrors. So, right, quick, let's go get more mirrors, and just little things like that. or and initially I'd even forgotten a corkscrew, and it's just those small things that you think, oh, okay, I need to remember that. But the small touches, I think, are important.
Yeah, very much so. I remember a few times when I've stayed at my rentals, I always end up buying something new for the kitchen because there's always something missing, and you only find out really by staying at the rental. So what's been the biggest lesson learned, would you say, of your hosting journey so far?
I think it's to be just remember that people don't read everything you send them, and just small things like where they should park. That next time, just give the different instructions about which sign you need to park in front of. But we've been very lucky that we've had no issues with guests as such. When I was sort of researching everything, I joined a lot of American Facebook groups, and they're the worst because so many bad things happen. But we've been super lucky that everyone treats our house with respect, and I think it's you just have that personal connection with them. I try and greet them if I see them that they've arrived. I'll come out and say a quick hello, and to me that's important.
And when you were setting up the rental, do you get most of your bookings from OTAs like Airbnb and Booking.com, or are you trying to drive direct bookings? How did you approach that from the start?
Well, from the beginning, we started with Airbnb. And as I say, we put it online. It was like June last year, middle of June. And within a day or so, we had our first booking. So that was pretty cool for us. And then we got bookings in like July and August, September, and then there was like nothing in October, November, December. It was like crickets. So then I went on Booking.com, and it just went absolutely mad. Like over Christmas, I think that's when people are planning, and every 5 minutes it felt like we were getting the dings from the app saying, hey, you've got another booking. So that was great, because I think for the first year it's a big learning curve, and you're still thinking like, okay, with the pricing and how is it going to work. But now we've been through this first year. I've learned a lot. We kind of know, sort of how people think and how they work. And it's time to, work on the website and get more direct bookings, because I can see the commission that we pay, and it's just like, oh, it's pretty upsetting. Yeah.
If someone came to you, Karen, and said, oh, I've seen what you're doing, I love your rental and things, and I want to do something similar, what would your top tips to them be?
I would say, just the things that you like are probably a good indication of what is a general consensus. Keep the furniture and everything sort of warm, and it doesn't have to be luxurious, but have a bit of style and, not too much IKEA furniture, even though it might be a cheap route to go. Just buying those extra sort of not luxurious, but sort of cost-effective things, I think they also make a difference too, because people appreciate that you've put the effort in, not that you think, oh my gosh, somebody's going to ruin that or ruin this. I don't think that's the way to look at it. It's just that people will respect your house. So, go for it.
What do you love most about hosting?
Just meeting the people, even if it's only just a quick brief hello or anything. It's nice just to see, because when people book through Airbnb and Booking.com, and you don't find out where they're from or anything about them, only just the country and their preferred language. So it's interesting just to meet people. And I think for us, it's quite a family affair too. I mean, we built this whole house as a family. The girls and I put the kitchen together. My husband built the house as well, and he's a plumber by trade. So having that family influence, like my girls, if they see someone and they know I'm busy, they'll go out and say hello and have that same approach that I do. And it's mainly just to say hi, and people can make their way to the chalet and check in. But I think, that family influence is a big part of it for us too.
Fantastic. Okay then, Karen, we've got a few more quick fire questions now. Not sure if it applies to you, but do you use a PMS? If so, which one?
No, I don't. No.
Dynamic pricing tool, do you use one of those?
No.
Is there a piece of tech that you couldn't live without to run your business?
My TouchStay digital guidebook, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I love it. I just think that's made a huge difference for me. And just the fact that you can change it and people are looking at it. So that's the important part. Generally, they're looking at it. So that, I think for me, that was a big change in what I found would appeal to most people these days, because they can, while they're waiting for their flight, they can sit and read what they need to, or journey in the car. So I found that a huge help.
Yeah, it's a great piece of tech. Ideally then, pets, yes or no?
We do have pets at home, but not. I mean, I know how much hair they lose, and just the thought of the extra work of that is just no. So we've said we're not dog friendly, unfortunately. And again, we get a lot of tourists, so, that don't travel with animals. I do feel a bit bad, but that's kind of the choice we made.
Hot tubs, yes or no?
I run a wellness business, and we do have a hot tub in the business with a sauna and everything. They are a lot of work, but I think, definitely a bit of a draw card as well. I mean, ours is not included in the rental costs. It's actually additional. But I was speaking to some people during the week, and saunas and that sort of things, like outdoor tubs are becoming more the thing, like a special event or a special thing to organise. Yeah,
a nice thing to offer if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ideally then, a self check-in or a personal welcome?
A little bit of both. Like I say, a quick hello, and then they're fine. I have asked if people want me to show them round, and generally they're okay with that. But I think a little bit of both, but definitely self check-in for sure. Especially, I mean, we're lucky we live right next door, so it's easy for us if there's any issues. But if you don't live next door or whatever, then definitely self check-in. Yeah.
Telephone call to a guest or an AI response?
That'd be a telephone call. Yeah, for me. Definitely. Yeah.
And what's been your most memorable hosting moment so far?
It'd probably be the first booking we had, and the first review. Like the first family, they were super excited that they were the very first ones here, and just what they wrote was just so nice. So it was kind of a confidence boost that you get. Oh, okay, we've put so much work and time and effort into this, and to have that as your first review is awesome. So, I think that's probably the highlight. And just, you always get excited, and you always think, I hope everything's okay. And I'm always checking, making sure that people, if they need anything, and I think it works, not to be overly in communication with people, but just that right balance.
Shout out time now. Is there somebody in the short-term rental industry that you'd like to give a shout out to? Perhaps they've helped you in your journey.
Yeah, I've for Sarah Orchard from the Fully Booked Business Club. Yeah, I've just joined her club actually, but I've been sort of watching her and listening to her podcasts for the last year or so. And I love her ideas and how they're not overcomplicated. And just joining the club, I've had so many aha moments already, and the people in there are fantastic. So she's, definitely got a good thing going. Yeah.
Great shout out for Sarah there. And question to finish, ultimate goal for your business?
Just more direct bookings. Yeah, so I'm not handing out all that money to the big OTAs. But yeah, that's my goal for this year, is working on my website with SEO and I do social media whenever I can, and just keep on going with it. And I kind of, when I'm doing my social media, I kind of get to be a tourist in my own little town as well. So that's quite fun to see it from that perspective as well. Yeah.
Superb. Karen, thanks for joining us on the podcast. It's been a real pleasure. And thanks for being part of the Host Planet Playbook.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it. Thanks a lot, James.
All right, that's it for today's episode. My thanks to Karen for sharing her journey and for being part of the Host Planet Playbook. Remember, this series is brought to you in partnership with Hospitable, the all-in-one property management software designed to save you time and help your business thrive. Hospitable automates your guest messaging, syncs your calendars across platforms, handles team tasks, and so much more, so you can focus on delivering a top-notch guest experience or just get some of your time back. And here's the good news. Host Planet Playbook listeners get an exclusive 14-day free trial plus 25% off for the first 3 months. Head to hospitable.com/hostplanet to claim your offer and start running your rentals on autopilot. For more free education for vacation rental hosts, head to hostplanet.club, where you can sign up for our newsletter, listen to our podcasts, and download our suite of ebooks. Until next time, happy hosting.